When U.S.-made F-16S started flying over Ukraine in August 2024, the war took a sharp turn. The F-16S weren't miracle weapons, but they gave Ukraine new options. They helped defend against Russia's endless missile and drone attacks, and soon after, Ukrainian pilots began striking Russian positions. Now another Western jet is about to join the fight, and Vladimir Putin can't believe what's coming. Sweden's Gripen fighter jets are finally heading to Ukraine. On September 29th, Ukraine's Deputy Defense Minister, Ivan Havryuk, dropped a huge hint during an interview. When pressed by a BBC reporter about which new jets were arriving, he dodged specifics but admitted, "You named the nomenclature correctly." That list included the F-16, Mirage, and the Gripen. Translation? The Gripen is on its way. This is big. A year ago, Ukraine turned Sweden's offer down, not because the jets weren't good enough, but because training pilots for two systems at once was overwhelming. Ukraine focused on the F-16S first. Now that program is complete, Gripens can finally be added to the fleet. Why does this matter? Because NATO already trusts Gripens against Russia. Just last week, Hungarian Gripens scrambled to intercept Russian MiGs and Sukhois near Lithuania. They succeeded. If NATO thinks Gripens can face Russian jets, Ukraine surely will too. The Gripen is a multi-role beast. Agile, fast, and versatile. It can dogfight, strike ground targets, and carry almost any NATO missile or bomb. Its loadout ranges from AIM-9 and AIM-120 air-to-air missiles to precision bombs, anti-ship missiles, and a radar-guided 27mm cannon. And it does all this at Mach 1.8 with a range of nearly 3,000 kilometers. But two things make the Gripen especially valuable for Ukraine. First, its electronic warfare systems. Russia loves to jam and disrupt enemy aircraft. The Gripen is designed to counter that, using real-time signal analysis and even offensive jamming to blind Russian defenses. Second, cost. Flying a Gripen costs about $4,000 per hour, half of what it costs to fly an F-16. In a war of attrition, that matters. Even more, Gripens can take off from highways, not just air bases. That makes them harder for Russia to target. Quick refueling and rearming, under 20 minutes, means Ukraine can keep them in the fight constantly. The Gripen isn't a silver bullet, but it gives Ukraine options: better defense against missiles and drones, stronger strikes on Russian troops, and more flexibility in how and where it fights. With Russian soldiers already dying in droves around Pokrovsk for little gain, adding Gripens to Ukraine's arsenal could make life even harder for Putin's exhausted army. Sweden built the Gripen to stand on its own against bigger powers. Now that same jet may help Ukraine do exactly the same.